Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of your feet when you're throwing the football, and we're going to start the video right now. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become.
All right, so I just got off a call with a quarterback, and we were talking about the foot and the weight distribution and how you want to be able to utilize that to be able to improve your throwing power, improve your throwing velocity. You know, that obviously is a big thing that I'm talking a lot with quarterbacks. And, you know, one of the things that he brought up was that, you know, I was telling him about how when you shift forward onto that front foot, you really want to be able to get your feet your weight all the way onto, you know, the front part of the foot. You don't want to end up having a lot of your weight onto that heel. And, you know, he's like, explain that doesn't make any sense. You know, like, I feel like you should be the other way. You know, you should be shifting your weight onto your heel, not your toe. And when you really think about that concept, right, you know, that doesn't make sense, right, to be shifting your weight onto your heel. You should be shifting your weight onto, you know, the most forward part of the foot. And the reason is because, you know, we think about a squat, right, one of the main things we think about with the back squat, something where we're, you know, sitting back, right, is that we want to be able to put the weight in the heels because we're going back, right? Or when we're starting to decelerate, we want to be, you know, shifting our weight back. Okay, and you know, when you're obviously running and decelerating, there's going to be different mechanics that go into there. But the important thing to be able to understand is that if I'm going to be shifting my weight forward, right, I don't want my weight to be in the heels, which is going to be something that correlates to my weight going back. I want to have my weight going to my toes, which is correlated to something that is propelling me forward. Right? And so that's an important thing to understand. And not that we want to be, you know, going and pushing off of our front, you know, we're not sprinting, we're not going anywhere here, but we do want our weight to be able to shift onto the front part of the foot, because that will make it so now my weight goes all the way from, you know, when you're loading here, you want to be loading into like that outside, you know, part of the foot, or, you know, the I try to put a lot of my weight into the ball of my foot, but really it's going to be the forefoot, right? With the forefoot is going to be the first third of the foot. So as I'm loading here, I want my weight to be on that first third part of the foot, but I want my weight to be going this way, right? So my weight shifting here as I'm loading with that arm. If, you know, obviously I'm going to be a little bit different position if I'm throwing the ball deep, but I'm shifting my weight here. And then as I'm coming forward, I'm going to be first shifting my weight onto like the inside edge of my foot, right? So I'm landing here, okay? And now I'm shifting my weight forward. Most of that weight's going to be on the inside part of the foot, you know, kind of right underneath. If I was going to draw a line from my knee straight down, you know, that's where it would be. So it's not on my heel, but it's in like the middle, kind of like the arch, okay? And then as I'm pushing forward, or as I'm shifting forward, I want to feel all my weight move forward and then go to the outside as I'm continuing to rotate through. This is important, right? This is very, very important for you to be able to understand, is how should I be moving my feet to be able to throw the ball with more force, to be able to add more velocity, and how do I throw the ball with more power? You know, how do I utilize my hips, right? I see that is something that people are always looking up on YouTube. How do I better utilize my hips when throwing? You got to be able to better utilize your feet, right? How do you better utilize your hips when you're sprinting? You got to be better utilizing your feet. It's the same thing, right? That it ends up correlating in a lot of ways, just like what I talk about a lot in sprinting. It's a lot about rhythm, it's a lot about timing, right? So how you're timing yourself up and how you're loading that back leg, you know, where you're shifting through that foot to then being able to transfer my weight forward. And then here, you know, I have that disassociation with my hips, right? I have the rotation within my hips, and then I want to be able to time when I'm moving my weight onto my front leg with when I'm bringing my hips forward or my elbow forward. So then as I'm coming through, I have really my elbow leading it, so then all of my weight ends up being behind that throw. All right, there's a lot of particulars that go into it, and there's a lot of information that I think, you know, the more biomechanical you can get, the better science that you have behind it, the better and more clear understanding you have behind the throw. Now you could really start to increase your biomechanics. You can increase and improve your anatomies. You can better utilize your levers. You can make it so you can maximize your throw. It's not just about going and throwing and going to the park and you know, putting in a bunch of hours. It's about what are you doing within your practice hours, within your practice time, that's really going to make the difference here. And so, you know, stop being okay with throwing the ball 50 yards or 55 yards, right? Decide that you're going to be able to be a quarterback that can throw the ball 60 yards. Decide you're going to be a quarterback that's going to have elite mechanics, not okay mechanics, not good mechanics, elite mechanics. You shouldn't be okay with going to quarterback sessions or, working with other quarterbacks and being okay with having the third strongest arm, right? Or even the second strongest arm. You got to be the guy that has the strongest arm every single time, right? That's what we want to be able to build. We want to build a process for you to be able to build and get the strongest arm and the most effective release, the most effective weight shift, the most effective utilization of your body, and to be able to do it quickly. 12 weeks is, might seem like a long time, but trust me, that goes very fast and you're going to get a lot of great results. So, if you're interested, go ahead and click that link down below. We have the link to be able to sign up. We also have a link to be able to sign up with a Zoom with me to be able to go over your mechanics, go over the program, make it so it's a one-on-one thing here. It gives you the opportunity to be able to, better understand what's going to be in the program and how it's going to benefit you in your overall mechanics. And if you have some video, we'll even go over some video with it as well. So check out the description in order to learn more about that. And as always, thanks for watching. You can like the video, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, leave those down below. We'll keep on making great videos like this just because I want to continue to help as many guys as I can to be able to improve their throwing mechanics. But, if you can, help me out. At least subscribe to the channel. That really makes a big difference. And, share it with some of your friends, family, whatever. Make it so they can see some of these videos, get a little bit more views going. I wouldn't mind that either. So, again, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.